Welcome, this is Casey with Therapy Training Collective. I am back and excited to share a new tool that we have developed for all of our therapists in our community. This tool specifically are designed for those who are considering going into private practice, maybe are in private practice and wondering how to meet some different goals. But this is a Excel spreadsheet that we have designed to help you calculate the different types of income that you may be able to take home on your private practice journey. Many of us here at Therapy Training Collective have taken the plunge into private practice in some way or another, be it in a part-time capacity or more of a full-time capacity. So we absolutely know the challenges, the anxieties that come with considering private practice work. So we have developed this tool as comprehensively as we can to help you estimate what it looks like to anticipate different income levels that you could be able to achieve in private practice world. Again, this can be used for those who are wondering, hey, could I make the plunge into private practice? Is that something that I could do? Or for those who are already in practice, if you are looking at trying to reach different financial goals, different productivity goals, we hope that this tool will be accessible to you and help you achieve some of those goals. So when you download this Excel spreadsheet, you will see that there are two tabs. There's the take-home pay tab and then the deductions or the expenses tab. It is designed so that you can use it either independently with just the take-home pay tab or add in some of your deductions and expenses. It's pretty easy to use. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to see the inputs here, and we have a few instructions as far as how to adequately input information into the spreadsheet. So the first thing that you're going to do is enter your session rate. For those of you who are strictly private pay, go ahead and just enter the rate that you charge per session. Let's say, for example's sake, that's $130 a session. You would just enter that value there. For those of you who do take insurances, there are a couple of different ways that you might be able to put your value in there. Some people will take an average of their different payout rates from different insurers. Others will choose to be a little bit more conservative and choose one of their lower reimbursement rates to kind of have a conservative estimate of how much they might be able to bring home. Think about what your different reimbursement rates are, kind of the spread of those different companies and coverages in your area, and that may help you kind of estimate what a good number is as far as your average rate that you may be able to gain per session that you are billing for. Next would be the ideal number of clients per week that you would see. Now, this is not schedule, it would be actually see. So how many sessions are you actually billing for, collecting for? Lots of people in private practice will say 20-ish is something that they shoot for a fairly full-time load, so I'm just going to use that number there. The next is thinking about vacation days. When we're self-employed, we don't get those paid time off days, and so we have to be a little bit more strategic about working in some vacation days. A conservative number would be, say, 48 weeks if you want to estimate that you could take off 4 weeks per year. Sometimes that may be a little bit more, a little bit less per person, just depending upon your situation. And you'll see once we enter these three numbers, the spreadsheet does its magic and starts to estimate some different calculations here. You'll see the gross income, which is just multiplying all of those numbers together. We will add in some deductions on the other page just shortly. And the other thing that is really cool about this calculator that we think is helpful is that we have figured in the tiered system for federal taxes. And you are able to actually choose the status that you file your taxes under. So single taxpayer, married joint filing, married filing separately, and then head of household. All of those have slightly different tax rates. So you can see if I change it to married jointly, that number as far as our federal tax outputs is going to change slightly from when I select the single payer option. We are not accountants here at Therapy Training Collective, but we have gone through the task of utilizing the tiered system that is posted for federal taxes and inputted that calculation to figure what the different tiered percentages will be for different portions of your income. So that is correctly figured here, we of course suggest that you get in contact with a CPA for your actual tax filings and all of those kinds of things. Just an estimator, but we have done due diligence to make sure that this spreadsheet is calculating things appropriately to help you get an accurate estimate on your tax coverage. The other thing that I want to bring your attention to is for state taxes. If you are in a state that has state income taxes, those may be calculated a little bit differently based on the state, but if you'll see, we've included this website here in the instructions list. When you click on that website, it will come up with this IRS calculator. You are able to select your state in this drop-down box, and it will create an estimate for you as well as far as what your state income taxes may look like. You are then able to enter that information into this box here manually, and it will enter the calculations as well. So if you are in a state that does not have state income tax and don't have any deductions, and you're seeing 20 clients a week at $130 per client and working roughly 48 weeks per year, you're going to get to take home about $101,000 after taxes. The next thing that we have built into this spreadsheet that can be helpful for those who are trying to estimate what costs are going to look like and how to accurately think about a business model and a business plan is the deductions, or what we would also refer to as our expenses sheet. This you can enter in and personalize your expenses here. I've gone through and added in a few categories that I know is a part of my business model. So for example, I have rent. Let's, for easy numbers, say that we have $1,000 a month for rent, so that would be $12,000 a year. My health record system, if that's $50 a month, that would be $600 a year. My general liability insurance for my office suite might be something like $400. My professional liability insurance is a yearly cost. Let's say I'm working with Psychology Today or using that as one of my marketing platforms. I think that's around $30 a month. I could be wrong on that. But we're just using this for example's sake so that you know how to enter these things on your own. G Suite, your website hosting. Of course, look up these numbers as far as what it's going to look like for you and your business expenses. Maybe you're estimating about $200 for office supplies over the year, and then what's your continuing education budget? Let's say you want to give yourself $500 for continued learning and education during this calendar year. Keep filling this out, of course, with the different expenses that you know will be a part of your business, and it will calculate what your overhead costs are projected to be here. When you go back to your take-home pay, in this calculator, we will deduct that amount from here, and you can see that your take-home pay has been refigured. The cool thing is deductions are pre-tax money, so it is deducted from your gross income, put into the nice little tax calculator to give you an accurate view of what your take-home pay will be. We hope that this is an accessible tool to everyone and can help you do some math to figure out what a successful journey in private practice might look like for you, whether you are just starting to figure and plan and dream of what life could look like, or if you are setting some really practical goals for yourself for the coming year. We hope you enjoy this. Feel free to give us feedback on how we can continue to help, and we wish you all the best.